Works ประกอบด้วยโครงการย่อยทั้งสิ้นถึง 16 โครงการมีทั้งที่เป็นเขื่อนผนังกั้นน้ำประตูระบายน้ำและกำแพงกันคลื่นโดยส่วนที่เป็นเขื่อนจะทำหน้าที่กั้นน้ำทะเลและแม่น้ำออกจากกันทำให้พื้นที่รับน้ำอยู่ห่างจากพื้นที่อยู่อาศัยและน้ำส่วนที่อยู่ด้านในเขื่อนก็สามารถนำไปใช้ในการเกษตรได้ในขณะที่ส่วนที่เป็นประตูระบายน้ำไม่ได้ทำการปิดกั้นน้ำทะเลจากการไหลสู่แม่น้ำด้านในอย่างถาวรแต่จะปิดประตูเฉพาะเวลาที่มีคลื่นลมแรงซึ่งเสี่ยงต่อภาวะน้ำทะลักเข้าสู่บริเวณที่อยู่อาศัยได้เท่านั้นที่เป็นเช่นนี้ก็เนื่องจากว่าจะทำให้ชาวประมงที่ดำรงชีพด้วยการจับปลาทะเลสามารถทำอาชีพดั้งเดิมได้ปัจจุบันโครงการ Delta Works ได้แล้วเสร็จแล้วโดยการเปิดใช้งานเขื่อนสุดท้ายไปเมื่อปีที่ผ่านมาและได้รับการจัดอันดับให้เป็น1 ใน 8 สิ่งมหัศจรรย์ของโลกอีกด้วย
There are 10 gates in total that span the Thames. 6 sector gates that rise from the river. These include 4 large central gates and 2 outer ones. There are 4 smaller gates by the riverbanks that live above the water unless they're in use. Let's see how it works. Stretch a set of gates 520 meters across the River Thames to block it. Now, do it in just minutes as thousands of tons of water rush towards you. Then, when the threat's over, retract the gates quickly to let boat traffic through. And keep it working for decades without ever breaking down. The barrier was first used in 1983 to halt a storm surge from the North Sea.
At the mercy of droughts and flooding, the country must find a solution that guarantees its future needs. It's attacking the problem on 3 fronts. One of the world's largest tunneling projects to collect and recycle raw sewage and convert it into drinking water. Asia's most advanced desalination plant to turn seawater into fresh. And the plan's greatest engineering feat, the Marina Barrage, a dam that will create the country's largest water catchment.
The Marina Barrage creates our first reservoir in the city, the Marina Reservoir, with the largest and most urbanized catchment, 1/6 the size of Singapore. More than just supplying water, the barrage also helps in flood control and serves as a recreational hotspot for everyone.
West Sea Barrage, the Dadong River is now quite free from tidal influence, and easy voyages of large vessels help enhance cargo dealing capacity of Nampo and other ports around. The West Sea Barrage forms a ground loop line linking Nampo City and South Phangye Province, a great help to the traffics in the western part of the country. The lower part of the Dadong River, now a big man-made lake, reserves 2.9 billion tons of water. It feeds many waterways, including the Pyeongnam-Oncheon Waterway, which irrigate such areas as South Pyongan Province, Nampo City, South Phangye Province, and parts of Pyongyang City, freeing from drought a vast area of 340,000 hectares of cropland. The question of water supply for industry and daily need in the western areas has been solved as well.
designed to save the historic Italian city from rising tides. The Mose project, adapted in English to Moses after the biblical prophet who parted the Red Sea, put its head above water as 4 large floodgates rose from the depths in the east of the lagoon. The mayor of Venice described it as a very important and moving moment, the first major test for a project involving 50 companies that's cost over €5 billion. When the system is completed, 78 such gates will stretch across the lagoon's 3 inlets to keep the sea at bay. The project's been under construction for 10 years, but has been dogged by corruption and delays. Venice is notoriously vulnerable to flooding and acqua alta, the Adriatic's high tidewater. The city sank by 23 centimetres during the last century. Barring further delays, the Mose project is due to be completed in 2016.
The St. Petersburg Flood Barrier Causeway was opened to traffic. The event marked the completion of the ring road, as well as of construction of the flood barrier itself. The main purpose of the barrier is to protect St. Petersburg and its surroundings from flooding. The underwater tunnel in structure C1, the vertical lift bridge in structure C2, superstructures for sluice gates B1 to B6, viaduct to Bronka railway station, 2 temporary bridges on fill dams D2 and D7, which allowed water to flow through the dam even when the sluice gates and navigation channels were under construction. In order to allow motor vehicles to travel in the vicinity of Navigation Tunnel C1, an underwater tunnel under the Gulf of Finland was constructed. As part of the structure C2, motor vehicles pass over the vertical lift bridge, which allows ships through the northern shipping channel. The channel is made for relatively small ships that operate regionally.